Imagine a trial where the defendant couldn't speak, couldn't defend himself, and, get this, was already dead. Welcome to one of the most bizarre spectacles in history, the Cadaver Synod of 897 AD, where a dead pope was put on trial. Yes, you heard that right, this wasn't a scene from a horror movie, but a real event. Let's travel back to the late 9th century, a time when the Catholic Church was as much a political powerhouse as it was a spiritual beacon. The power struggles were intense, and rivalries could be deadly, or even posthumous. Did you know? In medieval times, popes were often embroiled in political battles. Their alliances and enmities could shift the balance of power across Europe. At the heart of this drama was Pope Formosus. Although he had a controversial papacy, he was not without his supporters. But when he died in 896 AD, his political enemies saw a final chance for revenge. Pope Stephen VI. Determined to erase the legacy of Formosus, Stephen VI did something utterly shocking. In January 897, he ordered that Formosus' body be exhumed and put on trial. Imagine the shock and disbelief. Here was a man, long dead, dressed in full papal robes, sitting on a throne in a court. Fun fact, the corpse was not only dressed in ceremonial attire, but a deacon was even appointed to speak on its behalf, making the trial seem eerily like a live court proceeding. The charges against the late pope? They ranged from perjury to violating sacred church laws, and even accusations of unlawfully assuming the papacy. Essentially, it was a political grab for power wrapped in a judicial farce. Picture this, in a packed courtroom, Pope Stephen VI vehemently accuses a decaying body of heinous crimes. The macabre scene featured onlookers, including priests and nobles, witnessing a trial where the accused had no chance to defend himself. Shocking detail, the trial wasn't hidden away, it was a public spectacle meant to display the might and determination of Stephen VI's faction. Predictably, Formosus was declared guilty. But the punishment didn't end with the verdict. In an act meant to strip him of any lingering sanctity, Stephen VI ordered that the Pope's 3 blessing fingers be cut off. And if that wasn't enough, Formosus' body was then thrown into the Tiber River. However, the Cadaver Synod didn't go down as a celebrated victory. Instead, it sparked outrage among the Roman people and the clergy. The spectacle was seen as a grotesque act of vengeance. The backlash was swift. Stephen VI was eventually arrested and met a grim fate, strangled in prison as retribution for his actions. Legacy note: the Cadaver Synod remains one of the most infamous and bizarre episodes in church history, symbolizing how far political vendettas could distort the very notion of justice. So, what does this tell us about history? That even in the most revered institutions, human ambition and revenge can lead to the utterly surreal. The Cadaver Synod stands as a chilling reminder that sometimes, truth is stranger and more disturbing than fiction. Did you find this tale as mind-blowing as we did? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you love diving into history's wild side, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.